Hello again, my friends. We are returning to course, heading to BF-17, and already we've actually run into a ship. What? Engaging us? Is it shooting? We just happened to come across this contact, and so I decided I'd let my men play a little bit. Enemy ship engaging us. I wonder if that means that there's something a little bit more worrisome in the area. There could be... I did get a warship contact on hydrophone before coming up to this guy. Wonder what this guy thinks he's gonna do. He might have some machine gun or a flak gun or something on his boat, and he might be preparing to use that, or he could be trying to ram us. I don't know. Either way, my men are putting some pretty good dents in him. Let's actually put somebody on the flak gun. This guy's in the torpedo room, so why not? Probably won't be able to hit him from here, but we've got plenty of rounds, so... Oops. Is it not loading? What's the deal? Ah, it's too far front-wise. Or forward. Just turn a little bit. And there we go. I'm not going to be able to tell if I'm even hitting him. Well, at least I know it works. Or maybe it's not working for all I know. Ah, whatever. Those are some good solid hits. Let's turn. I'll actually just kind of go west as though we were returning to course. It's got a good plume of smoke and some pretty serious fire going. The thing with these little boats, though, yeah, sure, it's exploding and it's got all this flame on it. These things are sturdy. You'd be surprised at how much abuse these can put up with. I've put torpedoes in these before, and they'll still keep going. With that said, these are really kind of too small to warrant the use of a torpedo, so I tend not to use them when I'm attacking one of these. Are we going straight at him? We don't want to go straight at him.
Neuer Kurs 226.
That'll actually put us more on our intended course anyways. How much ammo do we have? One more shot and all. We can take another couple shots at him. Whoops. He's more fire than boat. It's ridiculous, but he doesn't look like he's that bad off, honestly, other than the billowing flames coming up from the... Whoa! What was that ugly-ass explosion? Apparently he was carrying something slightly volatile. And something, I don't know, graphically inferior. This is the crappiest explosion sprite I've ever seen. It does that quite a bit, and I've previously thought it was just a glitch, but no, that's what the explosions in this game look like in a lot of cases. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and make an assumption that he's in pretty bad shape. So, is that going to hit the mast? No. Well, we're just going to continue back on our course. Why are we whispering? It's not like he can hear us, and if he can, he's just... What? I don't even have an explanation. Alright. Everybody, stop it. Everybody sounds kind of high-strung. It's like... they think that there's something more serious going on here. Maybe he did have weapons. They're all ducking. I don't know. I bet there's a warship in the area. We're gonna dive and see if we can hear anything. Okay. Reduce our speed a bit. Turn south. Oh, sunk. Okay.
hinter uns hin.
Well, never mind then. I'll just go ahead and surface us. Wonder if he had another explosion or something. Oh, he must have, because everything on deck is gone. Oh, well. Poor little guy. He didn't even have a chance. Well, we're just going to keep going towards the elusive BF-17, but meanwhile, it's not too bad to have an extra 2,000 tons in your score, so I'll take that. So after a few slight distractions, I guess, we've made it to BF-17, the El Dorado of grids. I don't know. Took us a while to get here just because there were so many other things that we were worried about, but here we are. So when you get to a grid as a part of your mission, really all you have to do is just putter around for a day, and that's all that really needs to be done. Most people like to plot some kind of a search pattern that allows them to hopefully get some contacts and thus some more tonnage sunk. Other people just kind of do something like this, which is fine, but I tend to like to make a kind of an educated guess about where I'm going to run into the most traffic. And based on how the shipping lanes work, it's mostly going to be in the northern and eastern quarter of this grid. So what I'll do is after we hit our first waypoint here, we're going to head south. And I like to do little zigzags like this. And the reason for that is as I hit each waypoint, I'll do a dive before I get there. And as I'm turning, I'll be under, and then I can hopefully hear some contacts. And you can see that that's about 9 hours worth of travel there. Going up this way, I'm not so concerned about doing zigzags so much. I'll do a little bit, I guess. Do a due north turn there. And you can see we're almost at a day there, but really, I mean, this is a good area to operate anyways, so I don't have a problem with spending over a day here. That's not a problem. Alright, that looks pretty good for now. It's kind of ugly, I guess, and probably not technically what a U-boat captain would do, but I'm not a U-boat captain. I'm just trying to sink shit. So the one thing that is a little bit concerning here, and something I'm going to check on right now. Oh, that's great. I was checking because this looked a little bit shallow. This is the continental shelf of Europe here. So everything here is a little bit shallow, but if you go here, it's impossibly deep. It's deep enough that we would just get crushed if we did a full dive. Here we would probably bottom out, but this area here too looks a little bit shallow, so we have to be careful if anything north appears and something we can operate against. But this is pretty straightforward. We're just going to zigzag back and forth, and if anything comes up, we'll shoot at it. And not even into, I think this is our second turn here. We have made contact with some kind of merchant. Looks like it's operating alone, probably, but let's keep our ears on it and make sure that that's the case. It could be a convoy, technically. And it looks like it's actually heading right for us. So maybe what we'll do, we'll just move this up a touch and proceed on the surface for a bit. Get our watch officer on deck. Lazy asshole. It doesn't matter which one you pick, they're always going to just be like, no, I don't really feel like going up right now. I'm working on my macrame. Okay. Well, this is great. I think we have a good intercept on this guy. We can get our watch officer on deck again. And I'm going to turn us west so that we're not more like that. Just so that once we hit this waypoint, we're not going to automatically turn. Let's go under. Okay, so he must be right ahead of us because we can't hear him. Yeah, it took us a while to acquire him. So we're turning north a little bit now. and I think we're going to catch him pretty quickly here. In fact, he is probably already within visual range. Let's see what our sound guy says. 328 at medium range. There he is, or she. I gotta get my ship genders down. Just always call them guys. They're not dudes. Interesting. Almost looks like an ore carrier, but I've mixed them up before with small cargoes, so I'm gonna take a quick look. I think if it's a small cargo, even though they're not big ships, as you'd expect, I guess it's built right into the name, I think I will try to shoot them with a torpedo. That is... maybe it's a Granville. This guy's throwing me for some reason. Let's flip this up. Yeah, I think that that's actually it, because it's got this front cabin here, and then a mast directly ahead of that. The stack is fairly slim. You got a mast here, and then some of the, bridge and cabin stuff here kind of mixed in. Almost looks like it's got another mast structure here, though. I don't know if that's... I mean, these can be slightly different than they appear in the picture, so... could very well be, but let's mark that in for now. It's certainly not a large cargo. Let's look at the passenger cargo. No, probably not. And in fact, let's look at the Granville again. It's got these spars on the mast here. I'm pretty sure that that's it. Okay, so we're gonna stop moving and do our standard torpedo magic. Torpedo magic would be a great name for either an 80s hairband or a really sleazy pornography actor. Alright. What do we have in each tube? I did reload tube 1. It's dark out, so I'm not going to waste the type 2 here. I don't think that that's necessary. Let's range him first. This is always everybody's favorite part, because it's like freaking pulling teeth. It's like orthodontic surgery. Ugh. It's just that slight rise and fall that really kills me when I do this. That's probably good. And now that we've got a square look at it, that does look like it's definitely a Granville. And it does have these small masts, now that I look at the picture a little bit more closely. So we're good. He's not square with us. Let's just use this as a reference point. He's not quite 45, though. I would say something like this. We will speed him out. Eight knots is probably about right in the open ocean like this. Let's actually plug this in. Oh, it already is. Great. Impact pistol. Have it run a little shallow, because he's not that big. And let's just do this. Bring down our periscope, because like I've mentioned before, even in the night you can see your periscope. So depends on how well trained the enemy crew is. The game has variables for that, and I was concerned that it looked like we had already hit the time that the torpedo was supposed to impact. So I mean, in the beginning of the war, of course, most of the crews are quote-unquote noobs. But after, about 41, I would say, even probably into 40, they get pretty good, and you have to really not assume that they're just going to be complete fools. Let's see. We might have overshot. No. We definitely ID'd him correctly. Oh boy. We're going to get some fireworks. He might turn. It's going to hit just in the front of his ship. Nice. Nice hit. Ain't nothing to it. Alright, Jesus. Hope nobody heard that. It was not my butt, that was a truck. Let's see what that did to him. Well, let's just look at the cinematic for a second. He appears to still be powered, so it did some damage, but he's still going. So what we might do is start creeping towards him and use the good old deck gun to finish him off. That hit did a lot of damage, though. You can see the impact here. We're actually going to go a little bit faster even. He is zigzagging. We're going to turn just to accommodate overtaking him. He's probably going to sink on his own, but there's no harm in helping him along. So let's see where our U-boat comes up. It's already up, supposedly. Where is it? Ah, whatever. Watch officer, please. Even when I drag him up there, he doesn't want to go. Oh, man. Another chief, why not? Or useless, unskilled chiefs. We'll let the men do this one. Not that I'm not a man or anything, I'm just, you know, trying to share the wealth. Where'd he go? Hello? Over there? He should be pretty easy to sink because he's a conspicuous target, so... Though overshooting is not the prescribed method in which you sink a ship. Please hit him. And also please try to hit him on the waterline if you can. Come on. Just kind of speed through this. Gets kind of tedious watching a deck gun attack, I guess. He's rocking pretty bad. Whee! Oh, great. Ooh, shiny. Wow. There goes his stack. It just kind of plopped off. Alright, great. That's another 5,000 tons. We are sitting pretty, you guys. Got some more explosions. I was wondering if it cracked in half, but probably not. Let's return to course. Get our guys off the gun. Shit. And just put one of these guys up. Why not? That's fine. Sure. Alright. So this grid's pretty good so far. We've barely been in it for a few hours and we've already got a kill. Hopefully there's more to come. Boy, I'm so happy I could just about be twins. We have another convoy, apparently. We went all this way through the grid doing our little zigzaggy thing. No contacts, but now we have this. So yeah, shit. If it meant having nothing throughout this entire stretch of patrol, that's fine by me. It's in kind of a tricky position for us. It's going 8 knots, and if we look at the old Gegner fartin Naughton table, that's not it. This one, 8 knots, roughly just shy of 15 kilometers an hour. So, is that right? Yeah. Of course it's right. It's on the fucking card. Okay, so 15 kilometers per hour running southwest. We'll mark out, let's see, it's 416. We're actually fairly close to them too, so let's move this back a touch. We'll put it at 45. there. And I'm going to run us due west, see how far that... Whoa. No, no, no. Come on. Let's see how that works out for us. So that would be roughly 63. I don't know what I'm doing. We've got to go at least 12 knots or so. So that's actually manageable. Are we on the surface? We are on the surface. So let's go gross a fart. Or full of fart. I'm full of farts all the time. Also, we're going to put us just a touch south of west. And hopefully we're going to catch him before the sun comes up. It's actually 3:18 here, despite what this little clock here says. You can see it says local time, because we're west a ways of Greenwich here. So let's just speed things up and see if we catch him. Got a radio message. It's probably when you reload the game after having saved it. Well, that's loud. Just let that fucking sound keep doing its thing.
Neuer Funkspruch, Herr Kaloin.
Oh, we're getting the chugging, which is a telltale sign that a convoy is in the area. It's kind of lame that the game does that, but and in fact, I'm just going to run us a little bit longer here and do a dive. See if we can hear them. Ah, okay. So we've got a warship there. That's a good sign. That means that's probably a convoy. It's another message that we don't care about. Merchant? What? That's... That... Duh. I don't know what the hell this is here. I don't know what's going on. This shouldn't be ahead of the warship. Because it's... I don't see how we could be detecting the rear guard of the convoy. I suppose it's possible that it's an unrelated contact. That's actually the most reasonable explanation. I don't think that this has anything to do with the convoy. The downside, though, is that we have to watch out for him because... Oh, shit. I should have seen what direction he's heading. He's heading southwest, though. But that's a warship to the north. That's got to be the convoy's leading escort. The rest of it's probably behind him. He looks like he's turning, though. Yeah, they just turned west. And we've got this jackass here. So we've got to somehow... We've got to go northwest then. Hopefully we can elude this guy and then catch up to the convoy, because I'm pretty sure that that's how this is working. This is a little confusing. It's making my brain hurt, but I think that that's what's going on here. So let's see. Oh, I don't have my watch officer on deck. It's really important that I have him on deck right now. It's still dark. Let's just cruise for a little while. Okay. Run us a little bit quieter now. Well, so that must be the initial contact. Warship. Closing. Another warship. Okay, what the hell is going on? Warship, warship, warship. Marsha. Okay, sorry. This is the convoy. This must be a northern flanker? Or something unrelated again? I don't know. The fact that we're hearing so many contacts in this direction indicates that this is probably the convoy in this general area here. So I think that we're on the money as far as that goes. Yes, definitely the convoy there. The question is... What ship is what? This is possibly a rear element here. I'm going to go ahead and say that the convoy is roughly like this. These are the warships. Well, that's the warship, but he, I think, must be doing his search pattern as they usually do. And then the convoy itself, maybe like this? I don't know. I haven't heard a flanker yet. So actually what I'll do, I'm going to turn us southwest. Okay, so those are all merchants. I'm way off. Shit. They do appear to be heading southwest still, though. Right? Am I high or am I... I'm not high. Okay, so I'm right. Okay, so this is the lead warship. They are turning... Either they weren't going... No, they were going southwest. I'm just overanalyzing this. They are heading southwest. I do need to... How do I overtake these guys is the question now. Because they're almost parallel with me and I'm running southwest, so I've got to speed up here. Oh, shit. Okay, we've got a warship. I think that we... Oh, God. Okay. Tell me where that warship is. 4,600 at 51. Okay, there's the destroyer. Let's quiet down a little bit here. So... This is a flanker, I bet. Because we had the contacts here. He doesn't appear to be... Well, let's look at him again. Where did he go? There we go. Okay. So he's not really adjusting course at all, indicating that he's either a rear guard or a flanker, and in this case, based on where he is relative to the rest of the convoy, he's probably a flanker. Although he was taking a southward turn that was not good. There's that other merchant contact that's unrelated. This could go badly, folks, because it is getting lighter out. Wait a minute. I thought I saw a line of him getting far too close to us. This is risky even putting the periscope up, but I need to see. No, he's not heading directly for us, so that's good. Just got a little glimpse of him. He's heading south, according to this. Well, what is going on? Did they make a southerly turn? No. He might have just barely heard us, and so he's coming to check the area out. That's obviously not a good thing. Oh, that guy needs to be swapped out. Let's put him here, because he won't get us tired there. This is sort of frustrating, and I can't tell which line is him. I'm just going to assume that he's here somewhere, so... God. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Probably what I'm going to have to do is turn us south and try to re-overtake them, if that's if that's a word, and get them somewhere here, because it's much too light out now. Okay, yeah, we've definitely been heard. Okay. We need to do a dive. Right quick. Yeah, that's not good. I can't tell where he is. He's over us. I can hear charges in the water. shit. He just shot a star shell. We need to get under quick. I'm not doing a crash dive because I don't think it's necessary. Let's see if we took any damage. None that we can see, okay. That's him there. He's probably going to have some of his buddies come and try to sink us, so this could be a long engagement. I don't know. I'm going to continue our turn to the south, which is ironic because things are headed south for us. He's pinging us again. We gotta get deep. We are in good deep water here though, so that's good. Not gonna bother with the depth sounding. In fact, I'm gonna put us real far under. Haven't really stress tested our boat's hull here for diving, so this could be interesting. Got 40 meters. I want to go to 100, please. You can hear the engine again. So if you don't have this auto contact feature enabled, you can actually figure out pretty well where the boat that's depth charging you is based on what you hear here in the command room. He is dropping more depth charges. I'm not going to go to the action camera. See what this does to us. Just rocking us a little bit. Nothing serious. Okay, let's turn southeast.
Neuer Kurs 131.
Okay. Let's see where he is now. He's probably going to keep pinging us here. Yep. There's the pinging. Oh, joy. Still pinging. Coming over. Okay. Surprised that we're not really hearing any other contacts. Because normally they send at least 2 destroyers out of the convoy to try and sink a sub that's lurking. So, got depth charges. Not even jostling us. They're sure as shit loud, but they're not hitting us. He probably either has his depth set wrong or he's completely off the mark. He's thinks he's over us, but he's not. So either way, I'm happy. But let's turn us west. The way that this would realistically work in an actual depth charge attack is when those depth charges go off, they create a huge amount of acoustic interference. So their hydrophones and pinging don't work for a while. And at that point, a U-boat captain would accelerate probably to a head flank and rapidly change his course in the hopes that he would kind of shake off the destroyer. He could only do that for a little while because that interference would go away, obviously. But in this game, it doesn't model that. You have to stay at ahead slow because it's not going to... If you go ahead flank all of a sudden, the destroyer's going to hear you. So, unfortunately, that's not modeled realistically, at least as far as I know. I've tried it before, and it didn't work out so well for me. So, either that or I was doing it wrong, which is a pretty good possibility. But for now, we're going to just shuck and jive a little bit like we were in the channel. And I think I'll probably stop recording for the time being because this just takes so goddamn long sometimes.